What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for a couple critical channel and life updates. I've got some good news, I've got some interesting / okay news, and of course, I've got some bad news. So let's just rip the band-aid off and let's start off with the bad news. So I am currently standing in our garage, which some of you guys may be familiar with. This is a detached garage that we got with our brand new house that we bought last summer. And the plan is to turn this entire space into our future Lego studio to use for our new Lego channel, aka Slapshot Bricks. Okay, so this space is a massive open space. And we learned the hard way throughout this winter that this is a very expensive space to heat because there's just so much open air. It actually costs us more to heat this space than it does to heat our own house. So just to put things into perspective. So we got hit with a massive bill essentially because we weren't budgeting for it. But in January, we actually had to refill our oil tank because all of a sudden we got a notification alert on the system that it was down to 5% oil, which we couldn't believe because we had just filled it in the beginning of December. So that was $1,300 that we were not expecting to have to pay. But then we realized when we looked at the little graphs on our electric report there that the garage has been sucking through oil. So that was a bummer. So we were like, okay, so we have to refill the oil tank because it costs so much to heat this space. We did what we had to do. We filled up the oil tank, whatever, paid the bill, had the truck come and everything. That was good. 2 days later, after that, like January 7th or whatever that was, we walked into the garage, or I came over to the garage because Joana hasn't visited the garage very much because we're primarily working in the house now. I walked in and I could see my breath and noticed that it was quite cold inside here. And that was because this little guy who we jury rigged and is running off of the boiler from our house, it broke again. And instead of calling our HVAC people and having them come back out, because last time when they had to come back out, it was about $1,200, we decided that we're not going to have them come out again because that's just money that we don't really want to allocate to a space that we're not even using every single day. So that's the first piece of news. The bad news, of course, is that the heat is broken. The second piece of, I don't know, it's not really like an update or anything, but I still have to yank this boiler out of here. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it needs to be done sooner rather than later because of the second piece of news I want to share with you guys. But before we get into that, I just want to give you a rundown on what has been happening here in the garage despite us spending most of our time over in the house. So just to give you a basic breakdown of everything that's here in the garage, we have our Lego collection over there. Well, most of it, as you can see, there's sets on the table over here. There's sets underneath the table over there. There's sets over there. Here's my entire, well, some of my minifig collection. So there's Lego everywhere. There's also Funko Pops in many spots, but the majority of Pops over here are actually Star Wars Pops that we are going to be selling for our giant May the 4th event. For those of you guys who don't know, we only sell Star Wars items once a year. We do a big event every year on Whatnot in the beginning of May, surrounding May the 4th. It's a lot of fun. So these are all Pops that we are going to be selling for that event. And we've actually gone through and realized that we have so many items that we are actually going to be doing not 3, but 4 days. So May 1st through May 4th, we're going to be selling Star Wars items. And Joana has been doing a great job. She's actually been going through all of the Star Wars Pops and organizing them by alphabetical order. So that way, when May comes or end of April comes around, they're much easier to sort when we do bring them over on the tables and everything because we are going to be doing that event here inside of the garage. So that's what's been going on. That's why the bins are a little bit in disarray, just because Joana has been going through when her fingers don't hurt because it is so cold in here. She's been organizing them alphabetically. We also have some of our own personal collections still over here in bins that we do need to get moved into the house. So That's where some of my Freddies are, our Rocks collection, movies, TV, all my Star Wars is still over there, Disney. I mean, there's a lot of great items that I'm looking forward to bringing in the house. So they are all over here. I've still got a nice shelf over there with some Freddies on it. I need to get that shelf in the house probably in the next day or two. So this is where the rest of our personal collection is for the time being. So that brings us to part 2 of today's news update with the interesting news. So the interesting news I'm not classifying as good or bad just because it's to be determined if it's going to be good or bad. So long story short, our contractor, we were supposed to have a meeting with him in the beginning of March to start the renovations here in the garage, middle of March towards the end and possibly even the beginning of April. That's what we've been budgeting for. That's been the plan for the last few months. However, he actually texted Joanna 2 nights ago, and he said that he and his guys are free from March 1st to March 15th to come renovate the garage. They estimate that it's going to be 2 weeks of labor as long as we have all the materials and everything ready for them, you know, to start working on it. That means new drywall, lighting. I also need to have a roofing guy come out because we do need to get a new roof on this garage. Now, thankfully, because the garage is 2 floors, we can start the renovations without necessarily having to get a new roof right away. However, since we're going to be putting all new stuff here in the garage, I do want a new roof sooner rather than later, especially come spring. You know, April showers bring May flowers. Like, we've had a few leaks in here, and I don't really want to get the Lego channel started, you know, fully up and running with, you know, once we get the tables out over here and everything. I don't really want to be putting out our expensive sets, especially like some of our modulars and some of our very expensive Star Wars sets, and risk water leaking from the ceiling and onto them. So I need to have a roofing guy come out ASAP so we can at least come up with a game plan. Maybe we can insulate the second floor and patch some of the spots, and then figure out when he and his company can come out and actually start working on replacing the roof. Now, the thing is, March 1st sounds great. However, if we don't move forward with March 1st, the contractor that we wanted to use, the same contractor that's been helping us with the house thus far, he said he's actually not available to do the renovations here in the garage with his men until July, possibly August, which would just push back the timeline of everything that we wanted to accomplish by much longer than I wanted to. So Joanna and I talked about it in length the other night. We are going to have a meeting with him on Sunday to discuss the finances and figure out exactly how much it's going to cost for material, how much it's going to cost for labor, and to see if we can cut a few things out. One of the things that we are going to definitely be cutting out for the time being is we actually wanted to put a bathroom, or we will be putting a bathroom in the garage at some point, just because we anticipate being in here for long hours at some point in the near future. And I realize walking to the house back and forth can get a little annoying sometimes, especially to, you know, go grab a drink of water or use the bathroom. So a bathroom in here is definitely required. The walk to the house is a little bit further when you have to do it several times a day. So we will be putting a bathroom in that back corner over there where our personal collection is, but we think to save some money, we're actually going to just section that part off and then have a plumber come in later, you know, maybe May, June, July, somewhere that time frame, and then move forward with putting in the bathroom. So that's a spot we think we can cut out some money, and which would allow us to push through with the renovation project for March 1st. That being said, in order to have any chance at making this happen, I am going to need to sell every single thing I can get my hands on here in the month of February. Now, we did come off a good month in January. We did do well, so I'm very thankful to all of you guys watching. I know some of you guys come over to our Whatnot auctions regularly and purchase things from us. It means the world, so thank you, thank you, thank you. January was a good month for us. So if we can replicate that and have a good month here in February, moving into March, we think that we can pull this off and get the renovations started officially on March 1st. Also, that being said, if you have any part of your collection that you are thinking about selling right now, please reach out to us, slapshotpops@gmail.com, because we are going to be buying as much inventory as we can to sell for the next 2 months. Once this space is completed, we are going to be drastically cutting back on the amount of collections that we are buying and, of course, the amount of items that we are selling. So this is going to be a busy season for us. Pretty much going to be selling a lot all the way through May the 4th. And then after that, I want to give Joanna a break. I need a break. I love Whatnot. I love doing the live auctions, but I'm definitely going to need a break after that. And then I want to get back to focusing on what I do actually love doing the most. I do like selling. I do love doing the live auctions. It's a lot of fun. However, I want to make content. I want to make videos. I want to focus more on Slapshot Pops, focus on building, you know, if we're going to have this beautiful space, focus on making Lego content for Slapshot Bricks and building that community up over there. And I'm really hoping that the communities cross over. I hope that you guys watching Slapshot Pops come over and enjoy some of the Lego content and vice versa. I hope some people who end up watching Slapshot Bricks and find us through there come on over to the Pop channel and, you know, watch us on here. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity there for cross communities and everything. But now that we've gotten the bad news out of the way and told you guys the interesting news, it's time to get to some good news. So let me show you guys, give you an official tour here of the Funko Studio and the auction space, because Joanna has just brought her vision to life and it looks so good. So we're gonna make our way into the house and we're greeted by Alex, just chilling in his bed here in the collection room. And the collection room is a little bit of a mess. It's a work in progress at the moment. We had to remove 2 shelves over here and put them on the other side, which I'm about to show you guys in just a moment. And the reason that we still haven't put up any pops on these shelves is because we still need to get them anchored to the wall, which we will be doing this weekend. So come this weekend, this space should be ready for us to continue to put our collection out. I still haven't had a chance to uncan and organize some of our sodas, so that's why they're still like that. And then naturally we just have boxes and you know, future content, bundles of boxes that we need for the auctions just kind of scattered about. But here is where we are currently making videos for the time being. We've switched it up a little bit for live streams and come over here as well, as we got some Freddies over there, the Funko sign, the channel members. But now it's time to show you guys where the real progress has been made. And immediately to our left here, we have some of Joanna's Loungefly collection. And we had so much fun actually unboxing it, getting these beautiful bags out of the boxes and on display here, because they've been in storage for about a year. So we actually forgot that we had some of these. I love this one, the triple Spidey bag here with Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield's spider symbols, all incorporated into one bag. We got the beautiful Nickelodeon bag, Peter Pan. Joanna is a massive Lisa Frank fan, so she's got a lot of Lisa Frank. Also a Sailor Moon. She loves Moana, so she's got a bunch of Moana, as well as Lilo and Stitch. But this is just a fraction of her collection, as look at that. We have a bulk of her collection up here on this wall, and the top portion is all Star Wars bags. So you've got like the retro Boba Fett, Fennec Shan, Anakin, then we have Obi-Wan. Oh my gosh, these are just so nice. There's the other Boba Fett, there's Willy Wonka, Captain Carter, the Steamboat Mickey, Pocahontas, another Sailor Moon. This is a personal favorite of hers with the Animaniacs. We've got some Peanuts, another Moana bag. That's so cute with Hey Hey and Pua. There is Bo-Katan, Spirited Away. The Scooby-Doo one is really nice. We also have Disney here, Up, another Mickey and Minnie. This one is super cute. The like Justice League, but they're all like little kids. We have My Neighbor Totoro, another Disney one, and then Lilo and Stitch once again with Stitch and Scrump. Oh, look, Alex decided to follow me in here. So there is something that we are super proud of with Joanna's Loungefly collection now on display. She still has a few more bags, but we're getting there. The other side of the wall here, oh, Alex has decided to follow us back. We actually put up a little sticker board section, as well as our pin board. And we have some amazing pins already up on the wall. We've actually been buying more pins. It's a problem. Probably shouldn't talk about it, but we have some amazing pins up here already. Got the Loath Cat, this little Captain America one right here, Webley, here's Bo-Katan, Batman, here's the whole WandaVision family, and we also have several of these super limited Funko pins right there. There's a Funko Games one, the NYCC Airplane Freddy. Over here we have Sonic, Reptar. There's the 5-year HQ anniversary one. Here is the Fun on the Run. We got Boba Fett. That one's a recent acquisition. There's just a lot of fun ones. So we are super excited. This is only 6 panels, and we are looking forward to filling up all of these with pins that we already have in our collection that we just haven't found yet, and future pin purchases. But let's make our way into Joanna's Batcave here, where all the magic happens. So shout out to our brother-in-law who got this set up. Now we are going to upgrade Joanna's desk from a folding table that could collapse at any moment to an actual desk that we can raise up and down. So sorry to bother you at this moment in time. But she's got the dual screens. She's working hard. She's been bringing in collections like a fiend. She's got everything all organized back here for the Patreon members. So if you guys get any sort of Patreon package from us every single month, we truly appreciate your support. And this is how she's been organizing all of that. She even has little bins here for all her supplies, like her markers and highlighters. Like, the organization is off the charts. And then over here, we have our pop shelves. Of course, we have all the packing boxes right here, but we've got the shelves that we brought in, which fit perfectly in this space for incoming collections. So we've actually organized it further. So these are pops that are going to be in next week's auction. These are pops that are going to be in this upcoming Saturday night's auction, so tomorrow night. And then we have the preview wall for Saturday night's show. We've got sodas here. I've got the sodas already tabbed for the 17th show right there.
All the sodas are already programmed into each show.
Right, exactly, which is great. We had sodas that we sold last night. We did a quick little common show. Here's another full shelving unit full of sodas. And then over here, this actually worked out perfectly. Well, actually, let me take a step back for a minute. Some of you guys may remember. If you don't, it's okay. There used to be a wall here. So we actually knocked down that wall, which made this space so much more open. So it's a full circle. As you can see, here is the Loungefly section. Comes around to where we house all the inventory, and Joanna's little workstation right there. And then it actually also works out perfectly with this sliding glass door that goes right outside. And these are boxes that are going to be getting picked up tomorrow morning by the post office. So that works out great. And then over here is going to be the main auction spot. So I'll be sitting here for pops. I'll be standing right here, and we'll do the soda game here on the 2 shelves that we pulled from the Funko Studio. And here are all the pops that are actually up for grabs tonight. So if you guys aren't doing anything, come on over. We're doing a big show. We got everything loaded up individually with pictures and descriptions. And you can go pre-bid, set your notification reminders. We actually have some really cool stuff. I've never seen this pop before. This Bats Maru from Sanrio. It's actually pretty expensive. We've got Gracie Law from Big Trouble in Little China, Captain Kirk, the Glow Chase original Captain America. That was the upper deck version. We have some die-cast pops. Alex has decided to follow us yet again. But yeah, it's really coming together. And this is a vision that Joanna had. She planned it all out. And I think she just did an incredible job. So now we have a fully functional auction/business space that will allow us to continue to run the channel efficiently. Oh, and shout out to everybody that's achieved a certain rewards program tier. We've got all of our bronze tier members right here, silver, gold, and then right now, Temple Boys is hanging out with the balloon in the platinum level. So guys, that is the update with everything going on with us in the garage, here in the auction space, and in the studio. Obviously, as we continue to make more changes, we will give you guys more updates. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Once again, thank you guys so much for all of the support. We're trucking away. Joanna and I are not afraid of hard work, and at the end of the day, we will do whatever it takes to achieve our goals, as I know a lot of you guys out there are just as determined to achieve whatever goals you're trying to accomplish here in life. So with that being said, we hope to see you guys tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern over on Whatnot, and as always, don't stop shooting until you score.